Good morning. So glad to have you with us as we kick off another great week here in the Tennessee Valley. You know, 3+U began almost 11 years ago now. My math is not good. With the sole purpose of reaching out to the community and celebrating this great place that we all get to call home. The truth is, our job is pretty easy because you don't have to look far to find people who also love the Tennessee Valley the way we do, and they look for ways to celebrate it and bring us all together. Our first guest, you know him well, and he loves to do that very thing. Daniel Wyatt from US 101, half of the duo of Ken and Daniel. Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you.
So you got either the win or the loss on the coin toss. I'm not sure quite which way it went, but Ken let you be the one to take the reins this morning, gearing up for another year of Heartstrings for Hope.
You know, yes, it's been gone for 2 years, obviously because of the pandemic, but it's back again, and we're super excited about it. People ask us every year, is it coming back? Is it coming back? And yes, it's back March 29th this year, so just a few weeks away at Memorial Auditorium. And, you know, every year we go, this show's great, this is going to be bigger. This, to me, is one of our biggest shows we've had. We have great artists, they're always great. But this one right here is a really great lineup. You've got Kelly Lovelace, which has always been there since the beginning, always donated his time. He's kind of the ringleader, gets everybody where they need to be. Then we have Priscilla Block, who just hosted the ACM's award show, like the pre-show on the red carpet.
Wow.
She's coming in. She's on a tour right now in London, just played the O2 Arena over there.
Oh, wow.
And we also have Lee Bryce, Justin Moore, and Chase Rice.
So I know when you first began working at US 101, you probably were pinching yourself a lot, thinking, I can't believe I get to do this. Far more than me. I mean, you are always interviewing famous people. You do that enough, Daniel, you realize pretty quickly that they're just people. Leave off the famous part. And they enjoy using their God-given talents to help a cause like this one that helps St. Jude. You
know, it's really great you say that, because a lot of these people have kids, and a lot of these artists have been to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which all this money, every penny goes to. So they love donating their time because of how important it is to make sure this hospital keeps going.
Right.
So that's why it's easy to find artists, especially in the country music business, to go, yes, I will donate my time. And we're very fortunate to be here in Chattanooga because it's only a drive away. They don't have to fly in. They can come over in a couple hours, go back home. But I don't even think if we're across the country. They do it all the time to go to these other events that are maybe in California, because they know it's going for a great cause. And these artists get up there and they know what they're doing. They put on a great show because they feel like they want to raise the most money, whether it's to get people to buy a ticket or to buy the t-shirts afterwards for the event, to make sure those kids have a chance and those parents don't pay a bill. You
mentioned Kelly Lovelace, who is from right here, Hickson High School grad. It's got to do him bring a lot of pride to him to see his hometown step up like this, because it's no small thing to bring an event and pack it year after year after year.
It's tough because people kind of see the same thing and expecting the same thing, but it's always a different show with a different artist and new songs come out. And he comes in and really brings that energy to really, like we said, he directs kind of how that show goes, and he tells us every year that's the best show. And I always laugh at him. I'm like, you say that every year, Kelly. But it really is, and he's joyful to see the people come out, people he knows.
Right.
And they always look forward to it. And each of these artists always tell us every year they set off time in their calendar pretty much in March because they know they want to do this event because they love Chattanooga, they love helping St. Jude, and they know what people do here. The community really gives back and buys these tickets. And without buying a ticket, you can't help, and that's what we want to do, is sell this place out.
Your listeners on US 101 know you, and they know Ken. They love listening to y'all, all of you there on the radio, because you're very happy and willing to share stories of your life. So everybody knows that Daniel is a new dad, 4 months old she is now.
Yes.
So for you being a part of this year, are you having a hard time now not tearing up at every turn?
It does. It really is, because before I was a dad, I saw these kids and I felt their pain, but not really knew how. I saw it from an outside position. And now as a father, every time, you know, that my daughter cries or, oh my gosh, is she all right? You know, you kind of get that worry, and you never think of things that could happen. But it's a world we live in, we're fragile, and things can happen. And I'm glad to know there's a place 5 hours away that if something happens and she has cancer or some horrific disease, that there's a place she can go.
Have you ever been to St. Jude?
Oh, almost 12 or 13 times.
Okay, I have too. Do you remember the first time you went?
I do, and I was overwhelmed about it.
Because the first time I went, I was dreading it, and everyone kept telling me, oh, no, 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 no. When you get there, you're going to be amazed at what an optimistic, happy place it is, but I couldn't believe it. Was that your experience too?
It was so surreal because you would see kids, they'd try to let kids be kids there. What I mean by that is they want to let them they're going through a terrible thing that not even grown adults can go through. But they go, okay, how can we make them feel better in here? And I watch kids being pulled in wagons with IVs.
Yep.
Kids riding big wheels. It's their hospital.
With smiles on their faces.
Yes, it was that. I don't know how to explain this if it makes sense, but it was the happiest, worst place I've ever been to because it was so full of joy. At the same time, right across the hall, a kid was getting chemo.
Well, and I think that maybe one of the reasons why is that one of their parents is right there with them. You know, very often these are children who have siblings, or parents have to earn a living. So one parent has to stay back and man the fort while the other parent is there. But because of these donation dollars that you're raising at Heartstrings for Hope, the parents, when they get there, have no financial worries, which means everything can get poured into those kids, and I think that they just feel that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, because we all have some kind of bill we've got to pay in our life. It's like, I'm just going to put it off. And when you go that big, you don't want to they don't let the focus take off the child and what they need, which is love, care, not bills, not trying to figure out how we're going to pay for this later in life. And then when they take that away and they go, here's everything, here's your food, here's your lodging, here's your gas money if you need to come over here.
Right.
Don't worry about the bill.
There's a spot on the campus, I will refer to it as a rotunda, the circular building, you know what I'm talking about? And it tells the story of Danny Thomas, and it shows them the cancer rates over the years and what it was when he first opened it and what it is today. And it's remarkable and very powerful, a minute left, that when you buy your ticket, that money is going directly into these life-saving research efforts, and it works.
It absolutely works. I meet kids every year that are now grown. When I first started this 20 years ago, they were kids at 4 and 5, and now 24-year-old people, 25. They go, I made it because of donations from people in your area.
Tickets are going to go fast?
Tickets are going to go fast. There's some left, but I would get them now because they will be gone as close as we get to the show because people start wanting to go. So us101country.com is an easy place to get them, and it's March 29th at Memorial Auditorium. Going to be a great show. We'd love to see everybody out there. A lot of fun.
It all begins at 7 o'clock that evening. As you heard Daniel say, it benefits 100% St. Jude. And Kelly Lovelace says it, this year is going to be the best one yet.
It will be.
Go home and get some sleep.
In the past, you've heard about West Shore Homes'